And welcome to the Rebel Radio Podcast. This is Mark.
This is Matt.
This is Long.
The Rebel Radio Podcast.com for all your Rebel Radio needs. Follow us on all the major apps that you can find us on: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and more. 500th episode still playing with our 2026 Hall of Fame, and lots of other episodes there as well. And thank you for anyone for the support of the Hall of Fame episode. It's actually done very well, and it was a lot of fun doing it. And man, I'm kind of being picky about my graphics I put up on the website. Like, I like them, but like I don't like the way I have them on the website, because you can only do so much with Blogger, like as far as moving them around with coding.
Yeah.
So I might have to mess with that some more, but it's okay for now. It's more like when we do the 2027 class, I'll need more room. So maybe next year I'll have to redo the graphic a little bit, but it's fine for now for people who want to go in there and on the website and see the 2026 class. But it works. So yeah, man, how are you guys doing tonight?
Good. Still riding high after seeing a really good movie this morning.
Yeah, man, I had a good day, and started vacation officially starts today, I guess, since I worked yesterday, and then off for the next 9 days, and then that'll be good. And
You're going to be losing gallons this week.
Nice.
Losing gallons.
Yeah, and I don't mean sweat either.
Oh, you know it, buddy. The only time I get to do it, man. I look forward to vacation for that reason.
Kids, get out of the house.
Damn right.
Crazy.
No, the biggest thing, I got to remember to stay active when I'm off, man. I got to get out there and work out or do something, because I'm not being work active. So that's the hard part. You get lazy. You know.
Are you on your feet most of the day?
Yeah, constantly. Shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta stay a little more active when I'm on vacation, or I could just be a bum. I'll let Monday decide that. As we'll see. But yeah, I'm good too, man. I'm did the same thing. Long saw a good movie this morning. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Plus the movie we're talking about today, and some other things as we go on with this 502nd episode of the show. You know what? I'm trying to think, was any major news really this week? And I did not do my research before.
I know they released X-Men actors that they've cast. Emma Frost casting was released, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I find that really interesting, considering there's not even a script or a director attached to this film. And I've only seen like reports say this person's cast, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Samara Weaving.
I often wonder how true that is. Reports say so-and-so is cast.
Yeah.
That's Hugo Weaving's daughter, by the way.
Right.
Oh, wow. I didn't even draw that conclusion.
Because the way Kevin Feige kind of threw out
IGN.
There. Yeah, but IGN has gotten bad, dude. They're as bad as comicbookmovie.com nowadays in some ways. Okay?
Are they?
Yeah, dude. They're getting bad.
Yeah. They're not as bad as Screen Rant or CBR.
No, not as bad as them, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
I was looking at first. All I saw was Deadline, AOL, comicbook.com. Then I saw IGN and Yahoo. And so I was like, oh.
But again, even the Yahoo one says reports say. So that's why I wonder that. Because what I was going to say was Kevin Feige at the Hall H panel kind of made it sound like X-Men is like 2 or 3 years away. Like we have Secret Wars in 2027. Then 2028 is Black Panther and what was the other one they announced? I don't remember. And so it doesn't matter. There's 2 movies announced that year. So it makes it sound like it's 2029 before you get the X-Men. So like, why would they start casting this early? That's why those reports to me are like, how true is it? Unless you're going to start introducing some of these characters in other films, because Secret
Yeah.
Wars actually hasn't started filming yet. People thought they filmed it back to back. Secret Wars actually goes behind the cameras like next month, which is
Okay.
really mind-boggling considering it comes out in a little over a year. I guess they maybe shot some stuff ahead of time, is what I was understanding. So, and
Yeah,
so yeah,
some scenes.
right. So the X-Men thing throws me off. Like, when is the movie actually coming out? You know what I mean? They did cancel Wonder Man season 2 apparently.
Yeah.
And, I didn't watch.
It won like what was it? It was nominated for some Emmys or something.
I believe so. I heard it was good. I just never watched it. I kind of took a step back from the MCU television shows. It just became a bit too much to watch. It was almost like homework.
Yeah. I saw the Booster Gold series is dead. Apparently it was rumored, and now it's like no longer going to happen.
Well, yeah, and the DCU, if Man of Tomorrow's not a massive hit, what do you guys think? Is this done before it gets started? It's starting to feel that way.
It's up in the air now. Who knows?
Very little Comic-Con presence.
Early.
Yeah, very little Comic-Con presence. James Gunn is already, saying like, "Oh no, we haven't cast this person yet, or we're not making any new announcements." It's almost like,
yeah, I think the merger has something to do with it too.
Possibly.
Because, there's a big kibosh placed as far as the merger happening, and it might be off the table. So who knows?
Yeah.
And I say good.
Man, they did release a clip/trailer for Street Fighter this week with Blanca fighting Ryu, and
saw that.
Just that 45-second clip had me going, God dang, this movie's gonna be fucking wild. It just, I mean, watching as a kid growing up playing Street Fighter, it's like, that's what I want from a Street Fighter movie. Just crazy, bonkers shit. I want it to be fun, which is something the Mortal Kombat movies have not really been. They try to be too overly serious, and the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie was fun. And these newer ones try to be like, they try to play to the teenagers nowadays. Oh, let's be ultra violent, be catchy, and with catchphrases and make it serious. And they miss so much. And I feel like from the looks of the Street Fighter movie, it might get it right. Just have fun with the subject matter.
Yeah.
And, but I thought that was cool. That little. I imagine a new trailer is probably coming real soon since the movie comes out in October. Other than that, man, news-wise, man, I'm not seeing much else. I mean, it's the week after Comic-Con. There's never a whole lot of news after the week. It's just kind of this and that. Some casting reports, as I like to say.
Yeah. Apparently, the Hall H Marvel stuff was a shit show, and the Hall H has only holds 6,500 people, and there have been people who paid tickets to go to Comic-Con, and they end up wasting their whole weekend waiting at Hall H, and a lot of people didn't make it inside still. It's like, dang, imagine paying for a convention, convention access, and then you wasted it all waiting for the Hall H thing. And the Marvel presentation was only like half an hour long instead of a full hour. Yeah, and it's like, wow.
Didn't know that.
Like, how much does that big hall at George R. Brown, how much does it probably hold?
Not as much as San Diego.
No, but it still feels like it holds a lot.
It holds a lot, but yeah, if you hold it at George R. Brown, there's no way for it to hold that capacity, because San Diego Convention Center is at least double or triple the size of George R. Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know Houston's wanted for years to build a new convention center because they would like to have, bigger things here, but the city always fights against it, saying we don't need it.
Yeah.
And
the General Assembly Theater at the George R. Brown holds 3,600.
That's what I was going to say, between 3,500 and 4,000, I figured.
Yeah, Hall H is 6,500. And then that's not
But
counting the rest of the convention.
but George R. Brown had fucking RoboCop 2 shot in it. Okay, so
Damn
yeah,
right it did.
What's RoboCop 2?
a movie.
It's the
Yeah,
second
exactly.
RoboCop.
No one gives a shit
Yeah.
about it.
Hey man,
Whoa, man.
I don't give a shit about it. Let me see.
I like RoboCop 2.
There have been better movies shot in Houston. Come on.
Name one.
Sidekicks.
Oh, you said better movies.
Dang.
I don't know.
I remember it making more money than RoboCop.
Well, money
I
doesn't
wonder.
mean everything, sir. The Hurt Locker only made like $14 million and it won Best Picture. Okay,
Was that filmed in Houston?
no, but
Oh,
it's still, it was just making a point about box office.
Jensen.
Terms of Endearment, shot in Houston. Yeah.
And nobody
Yeah,
cares.
buddy.
This was kind of a cool thing that came out of the end of Comic-Con is McFarlane revealed that he has a 90-minute animated Spawn film that he has never been released because it's not quite done, and now he's considering finishing it and releasing it, but he's not going to put it out till the live action movie comes out. And it has Mark Hamill and Keith David doing voices in it. He said all the voice work is done; they just have to finish the animation. And so I'm like, okay, give me that. Let's have it, McFarlane. And there's smoke, there's fire in McFarlane. That man puts out everything he can. So I imagine whether the live action movie happens or not, this animated film is going to get done and come out eventually. You know, I thought that was kind of cool.
I'm hoping and praying for McFarlane Toys to release an absolute Wonder Woman figure before they lose the license.
They didn't. I mean, they announced most of the rest of their 2027 slate, but I guess there's still some room for some surprises in there. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of which, okay, so I got the square footage. George R. Brown holds 1.5 million square foot total, and San Diego Comic Con is 2.6 million.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, my feet hurt bad enough walking around Palooza. Shit.
This is true. This would be. You would definitely need a 3-day pass to see all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the shoes.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some things we may have watched this week, checked out, played, reviewed. Matt, I can't imagine you've had time to watch much since you've been out of town of sorts on vacation.
Yeah.
I mean, we say out of
Very
town,
little.
you're 45 minutes away. So I don't know if that's how much out of town that is, but you're out of town.
Hour and a half. Hour and a half. I'm further down.
It's not an hour and a half.
I'm an hour and a half from my house.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's an hour and 12. Yeah, you're right.
But anyways, yeah, good luck getting out of Texas. You know, it's like you can drive 12 hours and still be in Texas. But yeah, in this place, normally the places that we stay at, they have where you can sign in to your Prime or Disney Plus, stuff like that. This place did not, so I was stuck with just AT&T. But I did find a movie that I really hadn't seen all the way through, just like little bits and pieces. So it was a first time watch for me. And that's Castaway. I'd never seen it all the way through.
Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, Tom Hanks just like flipping channels and, just saw, him making fire. And then I just like, all right, click buy. And I was like, I've never seen this movie all the way through. So, yeah, he works for FedEx and his plane goes down. And then he returns 4 years later. I didn't know how many years it was. We looked it up. We were watching it, and it was 4 years. And so he basically learns how to survive and makes his way back, only to find that his fiance had moved on. But as Helen Hunt was in it as well, and I watched Twister today. But and she's in it too, and I was like, Helen Hunt was popular in the 90s. And I was like, but they had Tom Hanks simping over her, they had Bill Paxton simping over her, and she just didn't seem like a person to simp over for me. We've got Margot Robbie.
Well, I thought
now.
she was very attractive.
Yeah,
in that.
you've got yeah, she's all right. Now it's like we have these women that have eaten these chickens with all the hormones in them, and so it's like
She's
it's
not all
changing the
right.
game.
She looks a lot. She. I don't know.
Well,
I think
and
she's
you're
very
also
attractive.
talking Bill Paxton and Tom Hanks. These guys aren't exactly Ryan Gosling's as far as looks. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, Paxton was in True Lies, especially with that Corvette.
you're right.
I love him in that movie.
Shut up, Matt.
Shut up, Matt. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent. Everything else we've just been doing some like late night crab hunts, getting burnt out there, pretty good.
I was gonna say you look red on the screen here.
A little bit.
You're like
I don't know
like
if we're gonna
lobster,
start
like
feeling-
lobster cooked and shit.
Matt
Yeah.
looks like a cop. Squeal, squeal, squeal.
Dang.
No.
Yeah, him.
Long,
Sorry, I couldn't
long.
resist.
Someone hurt Long today. Let us know who that was after the
I'm
show.
always hurt, Matt.
We'll
I'm
kill him.
always hurt.
He's
I'm
not.
always
He's not
hurt
mad at
on the
me.
inside.
He's mad at somebody else. We'll take care of him, Long.
I need to take it out on someone. Damn it.
But yeah, that's everything that I've really watched. Really haven't watched more other than some murder documentaries that I can't remember what they
Oh,
were.
fun.
Yeah.
Man, slacker. I'm just kidding.
Well, I like
Um,
big time. Yeah.
No, it's okay. I mean, I can't say I watched a whole lot more. I mean, I think I have one episode left of Unreal WWE documentary. I've been just taking my time with it.
Yeah.
It's only 5 episodes, each season, and again, I enjoy that behind the scenes stuff. It's fun to see how it all comes together and put together these shows. I did watch the latest X-Men '97, which man, it was really good. It might be one of my favorite episodes so far this season. And they're doing that thing like they do in an animated show where there's little like the last 30 seconds teases something big coming. So I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool lead up. I don't want to say anything because if you've seen season 1, it might spoil some stuff that might be happening. But man, I realized like X-Men '97, man, is I could watch it every week, just like I did when it came out in the '90s. It's really cool, and it kind of, man, the revival thing. It's been a thing lately. These old shows coming back, and man, I'd be down for like a Spider-Man the animated series revival. Something like that. That'd be cool if Marvel was to do more of these, or man, of course, obviously the dream would be Batman the animated series, but also at the same time, Batman the animated series is so perfect with 65 episodes it has. You wouldn't want to ruin it. Just leave it how it is. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed X-Men '97. Other than that, I know our feature film today is Spider-Man Homecoming, but I did see Spider-Man Brand New Day this morning. I know Long did as well. Matt, you were the loser of the group on this one. Why? Who goes on vacation the week Spider-Man's coming out? What the fuck are you thinking?
Well, there's theaters in Galveston.
Yeah, there's a theater in Galveston.
I
Sorry,
thought we
folks, I'm going to
we
fucking see
thought about
Spider-Man. Y'all got the kids. I'm going to see Spider-Man. Yeah,
Well, he ain't cheap with all the kids he has.
This is true.
we got a flock, But I'm going to keep this pretty spoiler free because it is the weekend it came out. And man, and maybe I'm being extremely bold saying this, but The Winter Soldier was my number 1 MCU movie for a long time. I think this might be number 1 now. It's that good. It surpassed Spider-Man 2 as the best live action Spider-Man film. The Spider-Verse films are still the best Spider-Man films, but that's on a different level. Because animation can do stuff you can't do in live action.
Animation doesn't count to me.
And but man, Brand New Day is. Let me tell you, the trailers don't show you anything. And that's what I thought was great.
No,
Like they did a great job. Like the trailers literally show you nothing.
yeah,
I genuinely.
Yeah.
It's hard to go into movies now being surprised, and I was genuinely surprised by a lot of moments in this that really had me smiling, being emotional, being enjoying it, and that's why when you were texting me, man, I said, I'm going to slap you for watching parts of the movie on TikTok. Wait till you see this thing in theaters. That's just fucking stupid. Like, you need to experience this. It's that good of a film. It's up there, like, I mean, Dark Knight levels. It's not just a good Spider-Man comic film. It's a good movie. It really is. And I was really blown away by it. And I don't know if you feel the same, but that's just like my reaction to it was just like, and it stands.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And it stands on its own. I mean, yeah, it does ask you to have seen at least No Way Home, but for the most part, it stands on its own.
Well, I'm going to eat crow a little bit and say that I was proven wrong. I had my
was
doubts.
Shocked you actually said you went to go see it.
Yeah, I had my doubts. I had my hesitations to go watch the movie, but what changed my mind was I don't really want to be spoiled. So, and I feel like the trailer didn't say anything about the movie. So I just went in there blind practically, and I was blown away. And I really enjoyed it. Just like every scene in the movie had a reason to be shot. There was no wasted scene at all to me. Usually you go into a movie that long, you're like, oh, they should have shaved 10 minutes off this or whatever. But no, it felt like every scene in the movie had to be in there. They all had served a purpose, and all the stuff that happened in No Way Home was paid off in this movie, and it felt like, I don't know, this is like the first Spider-Man movie that made me feel, damn, I'm starting to feel teary-eyed,
Mm-hmm.
It's making me feel emotional here, and Spider-Man 2 never did that for me. It's like, I enjoyed Spider-Man 2, but I was pretty much one and done. I never rewatched Spider-Man 2 all the way again,
Right.
but yeah, and no, this Spider-Man was really good. If I were to score it, it's like 8.5 to 9 or something like that.
And it's a Spider-Man film, full and full.
Yeah.
Despite
Yeah.
the appearances of other characters in it, it's a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you get these superhero movies that are labeled Batman or Captain America or whatever, and it's not even about them. But this is definitely a Spider-Man film.
Yeah, this movie, the No Way Home, as much as I loved it, it relied on a lot of nostalgia. But this one was definitely on its own feet. It didn't rely on nostalgia at all. It just relied on good character writing, good acting, good, callbacks to the last movie, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the scenes, some of the flashbacks with Aunt May, and some of the new scenes filmed in it was just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I really feel something there. And freaking, in this one, this is the best movie as far as showing Spider-Man being the hero that he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so very, I had to
And,
clap for that.
and there's a scene in it that when you were a kid going to the comic book store, you picked up the latest issue of Spider-Man or whatever, and he's teaming up with the hero you like. There's a scene in this that's so much like that. It's just like made me feel like a kid, like seeing him team up and do this thing that he does in this movie. I was like, wow, that's freaking cool, And it was very Steve Ditko-ish, the early era Spider-Man's. They definitely play some homages to early Spider-Man covers and comic book covers and things like that. And I like the fact they brought in the director of Shang-Chi to direct this, and I felt it felt like it fit with the Tom Watts movies, but it also had its own feel to it, which I thought was cool too. But we'll go maybe a little more spoiler in it next week. Hopefully, Matt, you're able to go see it. Find some time, Matt. Try to go see this so we can talk about it next week. And it's definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, I highly recommend it, man.
Stay off TikTok and spoiling it.
No, I want to go see it Tuesday. That'll probably be the first day I can go see it, because we're leaving out of here Monday. I'm gonna take the kids, and it's Discount Tuesday, so you get a little bit off.
10 days, and I don't know how y'all did 10 days in Galveston. I would have gone stir crazy. That's just me.
We got here Monday.
I thought y'all left last. That's right. We recorded Saturday. I thought y'all were leaving Sunday for some reason.
No, we thought about it. We thought about like for us, just like getting something, and then that way Monday we woke up, we were in Galveston, didn't have to drive out uh, during the week. But no, we ended up just going on Monday.
Um,
But yeah, I've got I'll have 15 days of vacation total, so it's like I still got 7 days left after this, after today.
um, yeah, Spider-Man. Long. Anything else you checked out this week?
Um, got a couple of new Godzilla figures, but other than that, I was thinking about going to the toy exchange tomorrow, but after getting those Godzilla figures, it's like, yeah, I think I'm good on the money. So
Right.
yeah, so I need to chill out. You know, I
Yeah,
spent a lot of money this month, so
I hear you there.
yeah.
Yeah.
How to go with your well, we can talk about it after recording.
But yeah, all right. Well, I guess we go straight from Spider-Man into Spider-Man, and we thought today's feature film would be a good idea to go back and see where Peter Parker's journey began for the new MCU version of Spider-Man with Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is the first film in the. Well, it's not the first time he appears in the MCU. He first appears in the MCU in Civil War, of course, and for about 5 or 6 minutes of that movie or so, and then he now shows back up in Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is the first Spider-Man film with Tom Holland and Michael Keaton as well, and introduces us to Zendaya's version of MJ and Ned, played by whatever his name is, the long calls of the fat Asian kid with the penis head.
Oh, I called him a fat ass.
Yeah, one boy says he looks like he has a penis
They
shaped head
could
because he does.
tell it.
Yeah,
No, you said that. I didn't say that.
I know. I said I did. But
Oh, okay.
and I still can't tell if he was wearing a toupee in the movie, but I think he might be.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I
what's
was
the
trying.
deal with him? It's like every time I see him, is he actually bald? You know, so
Yeah, right.
uh,
But I'm watching the movie. The first 10 minutes or so of the film, I was thinking, like, man, maybe Long's right. That must be a hairpiece.
yeah, yeah.
um, did he have a shaved head in one of the films, like a buzz cut? Was it in
Yeah.
this one?
No, not this one.
Yeah,
No.
maybe not. All right, Matt, your turn. Summarize Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah,
Oh, he's picking his nose.
I'm not picking my
Man, you got
nose.
to eat sometime.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, so in this film, we see Spider-Man post Civil War. He's got the new suit that Tony gave him that uses Jennifer Connelly as his voice, and he's supposed to use it to do neighborhood Spider-Man stuff. He's supposed to lay low, but he encounters the Vulture, played by Batman, and he's got to stop Michael Keaton, Mr. Mom, from obtaining more alien tech.
no, it's Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah. He's got if he says Michael Keaton's name 3 times, then he'll appear.
No, if you say Beetlejuice 3 times.
Yes, Beetlejuice 3 times. But he's protected as long as he doesn't do anything crazy with his daughter Liz, he dates, which is weird because now he'd be a horrible father-in-law. So that's why this relationship really doesn't work out. So Spider-Man is trying to balance this romance with Liz, fighting the bad guys, and it's he messes it up. He's gets on a boat and tries to play hero. Ends up losing the suit to Tony, who's trying to guide him through all this, and it ends up he has to get his old sweats back on, his homemade suit, and show that he can be Spider-Man without the suit, and show that he can be I won't say the man, but the hero that he needs to be. And he saves the day ultimately, stops a huge embarrassment from the Stark jet that was about to crash, cause a big mess, but and at the end he's offered a role on the Avengers in the Iron Spider suit, and he turns it down because he feels like he's needed locally, and he does the right thing. And I always thought that part was pretty cool because you want to see him take that suit, but the delayed the delayed acquisition of the Iron Spider suit. I actually call it Iron Spider suit because it just, you know, come on, isn't it? Sort of like he's got the extra the kill mode
Kind of.
and instant kill that he uses in Endgame. I guess it's like the nano suit. I guess that's more accurate. It's the nano suit. But yeah, him turning it down was showed his maturity as Spider-Man. The only thing I don't like, I don't like Flash not being a jock, tough guy, dude. He's just more of a jerk. And I was like, where's the Flash that we normally see from the comics? Minor things.
Well, yeah, but no, you're not wrong though. That's one of the biggest gripes sometimes I think with modern superhero films, and we even saw it in He-Man with the freaking he-him thing. It's just like they feel like they have to play to the current culture. And so in this, you can't have a jock teenager beating people up like you could in the 1950s. Now they just have to be like a nerdy dork who's sarcastic and is rude, and it's like, no, you're not wrong to want to feel that way.
I do like the little Easter eggs, like having the Panther there, the Prowler, not the Panther, but played by
which never went anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. It's just a little Easter egg.
Yeah.
And teasing him as the Shocker when he's really the Prowler. Teasing Miles Morales. That was pretty cool. But yeah, this was I liked this entry into the films. I know this is like the first Spider-Man film, but we didn't talk about how we've witnessed 10 years of Tom Holland as Spider-Man. 10 years. And Toby was 5. Andrew Garfield was 3. And so he's got more years than both of those guys combined now as Spider-Man.
And more appearances than the other guys too, which he already had even by the time this came out.
He's aged pretty well.
Yeah, he's only 30 years old.
He's like that Ralph Macchio type face, where he ages slower, even when Ralph Macchio
has a youthful look.
Yeah. Looks very youthful.
This movie takes place 4 years. The new one, Brand New Day, took place 4 years after No Way Home, so they're supposed to be out of high school. But even seeing the film today, I'm like, I had no problem buying that he was in college. He has that look. Yeah. And in this movie, they were what? So they would have been 20 years old when they made this? 19, 20? I know Zendaya was only like 19 when they made this. So,
yeah. Pretty much.
So, yeah. I mean, believable enough for high school. Because even Zendaya has a young look to her. She doesn't look old,
Far From Home was high school still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they must
all three of them were. Because No Way Home, they're finishing college, getting ready to go in, or finishing high school, getting ready to go into college, remember?
Yeah.
They talk about living at MIT together before their minds are erased. Yes, for Homecoming, though, I one thing I did enjoy about this is immediately we jumped right into Spider-Man. No origin story. We've at this point, if you don't know Spider-Man's origin, then you're living under a rock, because my mother could tell you Spider-Man's origin story. Yeah. So, it's just kind of like we get enough Batman, Superman, Spider-Man films at a point, you don't need to tell the origin again. So you're able to just jump right into the action, which I think is a nice, fresh take. And Tom Holland himself, if he didn't sell you that he was going to be a good Spider-Man in Civil War, he definitely sells you on this within the first hour of the film, if less. He's got that young, youthful attitude. He's got that quirkiness. He's got that sarcasm that Spider-Man has, and he's really great in the role.
Yeah,
he's jokey. Yeah,
sarcastic. Yeah, Michael Keaton as well. I felt Michael Keaton, his Vulture character was really good, well casted, and I was doubtful. The comic book character was pretty cheesy. It's like an old man in the Vulture suit,
right?
Literally. But man, the way that the MCU version of Vulture was pulled off so well, with the alien tech wings and
Yeah, using the alien tech to retcon it into the MCU.
yeah, and his bomber jacket outfit was cool too. And man, just Michael Keaton's presence in the film just adds a little bit more gravitas in it too. I mean, he's just such a realistic villain too, and his motives are relatable as well. I mean,
Mm.
he's just a family man making ends meet. He'll do whatever it takes to pay the bills. If you can't relate to that, then I don't know what. So
Yeah. Especially that beginning scene where he's like, "Hey, I bought trucks for this. People could lose their jobs." And then, you feel his frustration when that one agent like talks out of place and he's like, "Maybe you shouldn't have overextended yourself." I was like, "What?" Like, I feel for this guy. Like, you almost like you understand. There's a lot of villains you kind of understand in the MCU. This is one of them.
and the movie had definitely one of the best. Had a really good twist in it too, where you find out that the girl that Peter was interested in was actually the daughter of the big main villain. That was such a good twist. I remember watching that in the theaters, and everyone gasped when they realized that the Vulture was the love interest's father.
Yeah.
Right. And then they do a double twist at the end where she tells everybody calls me MJ, which it's still kind of off to me that it's not the MJ that we grew up with. It's not Mary Jane Watson, but I think we've come to appreciate it is the MJ that Peter loves in these films, and that's all that matters. So kudos to the storytellers for that part.
Little quiz. Well, what's her name? What's her first name?
Liz.
No, it's Michelle.
Oh, that's right, it was Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liz. So it's like, how does that make it MJ?
Well, Matt said Liz earlier. I thought that's what.
Well, Liz
Oh, that's
was
right,
the
it was-
initial love interest at the Vultures.
Right.
Oh
right.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
There
right.
was definitely tension there between Tom Holland's character and Zendaya's character.
Right. That's right. I forgot
but it
that he
isn't
went
like-
out with that other chick. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not realized until right at the end.
Yeah.
And I like the Captain America little public service announcements. And you've got
Yeah. The movie tries hard to tie itself into the MCU.
yeah. And he's like, "I'm pretty sure this guy's a war criminal now." But you have to watch this. It's like, so you got yourself in detention. And then the scene at the end, another Steve Rogers lesson tape.
Well, then also, the Spider-Man is more supposed to be like, Tony Stark tells him to lay low, and then Tony has to appear in this movie, which I thought was cool. He shows up after Spider-Man almost makes a mistake and gets people almost killed, and tells him, hey, what are you doing? You call in for help if you need it. This is bigger than you. And I thought that was cool. It was like that Marvel team up thing,
Yeah.
And then again, it connects Spider-Man to the wider world, which is something we didn't see in the other Spider-Man films in the past with Garfield and McGuire. They were in their own reality, and it's cool to see that Spider-Man is such an important part of the Marvel universe that he to me was more important than somehow Marvel Studios working out a deal with Sony to get him involved in the universe, more important than the X-Men, because he's so integral to Stan Lee's creations. He's probably the single most important character ever created for Marvel. And it shows in this film by how important he is.
Yeah. The mutants themselves,
they were created early on. They're important. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think any character is more important than Spider-Man as far as the creation of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. As far as pop culture recognition,
and that's why it was such a big deal when Marvel Studios was able to, secure a deal with Sony to work it out to make films, and the fact that here we are 10 years later and they able to continue that deal because they've had to renew it a couple of times. They keep doing 3 years at a time. And Sony's just like, let's face it. You're making us a bunch of money, Marvel. Yeah, keep the fucking characters. Go make it movie,
Exactly.
And because people don't realize these movies are not really co-financed. These are Marvel Studios films. Sony's just helping distribution and and they're helping with some of the promotion and things like that. But they're not putting a lot of their own money into this. These are Marvel films, I think I think Homecoming might be the only one that was co-financed.
Hmm.
And after that, once the deal was renewed, it was mostly Marvel doing the film. Sony just has distribution rights. So
Yeah.
yeah,
There's one thing I noticed about the credits of the brand new day was that there's
Yeah.
definitely a lot of advertisements, not advertisements, but a lot of mentions in the credits of Amy Pascal.
Mhm.
Her name appears in that damn thing 12 times.
Oh
Oh,
really?
Pascal Pictures, Amy Pascal. It's like, isn't this the woman that was reportedly threw a sandwich at Kevin Feige for him suggesting to, have Marvel Studios film Spider-Man?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, I noticed lot like the amount of comic book creators that Marvel in their films has to include. If they borrow anything from one panel of a comic, they have to thank that creator in the credits.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of them in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but for sure, Spider-Man is definitely the Batman or Superman equivalent of the Marvel universe
Absolutely.
because as far as name recognition. So
Yeah, I mean it's him, and yeah, I mean I think if you did, I mean as much as I'm a huge Wolverine fan, but I think you'd have to do Spider-Man, Captain America, and the Incredible Hulk are probably your top three.
hmm
Most recognizable Marvel characters, and
Yeah.
maybe Wolverine by pop culture standards today as well. Those four, that would be your Mount Rushmore Marvel characters.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. DC has Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman,
probably the
and
Flash.
eh,
As far as pop culture recognition, yeah.
I don't
I mean, who
know.
do you replace him with? Green Lantern?
No, yeah, Flash is pretty close. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking over. I'm not saying success on the films. I'm talking about overall pop
Name
culture
recognition,
popularity. Yeah.
Yeah. If
like
you
someone
say
in
DC
Vietnam has
Comics,
to know.
Right.
yeah.
So it would be Flash, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Then I think
Like
Captain
name
America, Spider-Man,
recognition.
Hulk, and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Like someone in Saudi Arabia knows who Batman is,
Right.
or
And if you're going to replace the Flash with anybody, here's who you replace him with: Robin. I mean, I know he's known as a sidekick, but he's universally known throughout the world.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know. So yeah,
Catwoman maybe. I don't know.
maybe the Joker.
Joker, yeah,
Yeah.
Joker,
Joker.
If you were to put one villain on Mount Rushmore, it'd be the Joker.
yeah.
That just shows you how powerful these characters are entwined in the pop culture for Marvel and DC.
And Thanos was kind of a B tier villain.
Right. And if you're picking villains in Marvel, as now we're fans, we know the villains, but as far as pop culture, Green Goblin and Venom might be the only two that exceed that level,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
both Spider-Man villains.
yeah. But with Endgame and Infinity War, I think Thanos surpassed those two.
Maybe,
Yeah, I
maybe.
think so. So
But like as popular as the X-Men are, no one's going to name Magneto as a,
yeah,
you know, it's not going to roll off someone's tongue.
yeah.
No.
There's this funny internet skit uh, where there are these kids who are like acting like they're LeBron James, or it's like I'm LeBron James. It's like you guys, he's like telling his teammates to help cover him because he's being double teamed all the time. It's
Right.
like I'm LeBron James. You gotta help. You gotta get these people off me. They're treating me like I'm Thanos or something. And LeBron James saw that skit, and then he, met the kid in real life about that YouTube skit,
Right.
and then LeBron James actually said, "Yeah, I'm Thanos." It's like, dang, that's like, wow. Imagine LeBron James telling you he saw your skit and then
Right.
reenacting it. So, yeah,
That's cool. Yeah, man, Spider-Man: Homecoming though was definitely a good start to bring Tom Holland and his version of Spider-Man into the MCU, and I like what they've done so far. I'm kind of glad that throughout four films we haven't had. I know Green Goblin's popular, but it's been kind of refreshing not to have him in some ways. We already had him in the Maguire and the Garfield films. Um, I know people want Venom so badly, but I'm not honestly not missing Venom in the movies. Um,
I never saw his movies, so
Venom's a cool character, but a little. I
I think
kind
they
of feel
made
the
him
same
too
way.
fun.
I feel the same way about Venom. I feel about Deadpool. He's a little overused. It's like give him a break for a while. Like Deadpool after Deadpool and Wolverine, if he doesn't show up again for a long time, I'm okay with it. That's just, he's a cool character, but he gets overused. But so I like the fresh take that the MCU is taking with Spider-Man and their villains. And if anybody hasn't seen Brand New Day, I think it's going to be pleasantly surprised with the villain scenario of that movie. That's all I'm going to say without a spoiler. Hopefully, Matt, you're able to see it by next week. And but Homecoming, though, man, I think it's a solid start. I think it's an easy. I think it's an A. And that's one thing about the Spider-Man MCU movies. None of them have been bad. Obviously, No Way Home's a little weaker, but none of them have been bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
no.
agree.
Yeah, and to kind of acknowledge the new movie, I kind of want to rank this informally, but I'd say tied at first is Brand New Day and No Way Home, because they're really neck and neck as far as being really, really good. But I think I would give the edge to Brand New Day because No Way Home has some meandering a little bit of waffling, and then second would be Homecoming, and then last would be the one with Mysterio.
No,
Far
Yeah.
from home.
Far from home.
I'd rank them the same. I'd give Brand
Yeah.
New Day pretty easily number one.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
For me, some of the emotional payoff in Brand New Day, you need No Way Home to
Well, sure.
set it up. Yeah, for me, so that's why it's kind of hard for me to put one over the other. But
Yeah.
no, Brand New Day. No, I agree with you. It should be first. So
No. Cool. All right. Before we get out of here, next week, man, I'm going to be celebrating a year older. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know, man. Turning the big 5-0, it feels a little weird. And my kids keep reminding me that I'm getting old. It's like, thanks. So it's time for that usual birthday pick. And I chose this year, this will be like 3 years in a row. I've chosen a John Woo movie, but he's my favorite director. And 2 years ago, we did A Better Tomorrow Part 1. So we are going to do A Better Tomorrow Part 2 this time, which is currently streaming on Amazon Prime, which is pretty cool, man. Because for the longest time, this too, the Asian cinema has not been given the love that it deserves. And thankfully, in the streaming world and studios like Arrow and Kino and some of these other studios, Dragon Dynasty, they're finally picking up these films and putting them out for streaming and available to the masses for the first time in the last couple of years, honestly. I mean, that's how long it took to get these films available to the public. And we're talking 2025, 2026 to finally get some of these movies available widely, which is a pretty cool thing. So A Better Tomorrow Part 2 next week on the show. I'm looking forward to watching that. You guys watching it too and talking about it for my birthday pick. So it should be fun. Until then, the rebelradiopodcast.com for all your Rebel Radio needs. Until next time, this has been Mark.
This has been Matt.
this is long.
Remember, as always, just go there and
Go there and do it.